Hey YouTube. Well, let's see. In the past week, I know I haven't really been keeping up with videos. It's already Thursday as of this recording. Um, a few things are on my mind. The Yellow Light of Death forum post that I put up there has slowly died. The problem is that I guess it's just that there's not enough believers out there, and there's a lot of can't even pronounce that one. Um, Well, a few things about it. My whole reasoning for doing all these videos about the PS3 is straight up this. I don't believe that it's fair that the consumer has to pay for the mistake of a company. Now, the point is that a lot of people tend to defend the PS3 and defend Sony's actions, which I have this question for them. Why? Why are you defending someone that's charging to fix a problem that they knowingly caused? Now, I showed evidence in that forum post about the live death, and I have evidence that shows the thermal paste is to blame. Now, there are a few people out there that say, "Oh no, it can't be the thermal paste. There's no way it can." Well, no matter every single computer repair I've been doing lately, I've been seeing overheating issues left and right. Now, what I do to prove my theory is that when I get a computer in for repair, I always run a program called SpeedFan. Now, what it allows you to do is to see the digital thermostat sensors and see what they're showing off. Now, a normal temperature range for any laptop or desktop is around 32 degrees Celsius to about 47 degrees Celsius. That is a normal at idle temperature. Now, every computer that I've been getting lately has shown about 59 degrees Celsius, sometimes 60 degrees Celsius as the low. And it just, you could see that the temperatures are running a little excessively hot. Now, on my laptop, when I was running a game called Burnout Paradise, it was showing that like the frame rates would just drop out of nowhere, and it was showing 85 degrees Celsius. Now, 85 degrees Celsius is 185 degrees Fahrenheit. So, you can imagine how much heat that is. Now, the point is that the chips have a safety feature in a computer, and what they do is they downclock once they get to a certain temperature to avoid damaging the chip and to avoid damaging your computer and all of its components. Now, the same actually holds true for an Xbox 360 and a PlayStation 3. My little brother's Xbox 360 is pretty much on the verge of dying. He keeps denying it, but the point is, whenever you're playing a game like we're playing, what is it? Oh shit, Ghost Recon. I mean, Advanced Warfighter, Ghost Recon. And there is a part where we throw a smoke grenade, and all of a sudden, I mean, the frames just drop to about probably 14 frames per second. I mean, I understand that's a normal thing that could happen, but the fact is it wasn't always doing that. Now, usually what happens is the chip is overheating to the point where the frame rates will start dropping. When I was playing Burnout Paradise on my laptop, same thing happened. It would be about 2 minutes in the game, and then all of a sudden the frame rates would drop, and you would miss a turn and stuff, and it just sucked. And I mean, this is a very graphically demanding game. I don't even have it cranked up to max settings, and my machine can handle it. So what I saw in the thermostat on the digital readouts, it was saying 85 degrees Celsius would be the hottest point that the chip would ever get. And, coincidentally, it would show the fact that when the frame rate would drop, the temperature would slowly come down to 80 degrees Celsius. At which point the chip would say, okay, I'm cool enough, let me start up back to my normal speed, and the frame rate would resume, but the temperature would go back up to the 85 degrees Celsius within a matter of seconds, probably 10 seconds at most. It would go back to that temperature. Then the chip would proceed to downclock again just to save its ass. Now, when I did this test, I even have the layout. I have the picture of it. And you could see the two little bumps where it would do that. Now, I went and proceeded to take apart my laptop. And I discovered a few things I don't particularly like about this laptop. It shares one heat pipe amongst 5 different components. You have the GPU, the CPU, the North Bridge, a bunch of capacitors, and one other chip. I can't even, I don't know what it is. I know, me, a tech expert, I don't even know what it is. But, yeah, those are, I believe those are the 5 components that this one heat pipe is trying to dissipate the heat from. When I took the one laptop that is one, I guess one grade or one model lower than my machine, it has 2 heat pipes. One dedicated to the CPU and one dedicated to the GPU. Now that got me really a little pissed off. The fact that a lower end model has 2 heat pipes, but this one only has 1. Now when I removed the heatsink, sure enough, thermal paste was dried out. And I mean, I've been seeing this left and right. I have yet to see a machine that was overheating and the thermal paste was not dried out. So what I did was I proceeded and I replaced the thermal paste. Now, the thermal paste is, once it's replaced, I replace it with Arctic Silver. I ran the same test. Immediately, the idle temperatures was originally 60 degrees Celsius for the CPU and 59 degrees Celsius for the GPU. No, wait, I have the backwards, sorry. 59 degrees for CPU and 60 degrees Celsius for the GPU. After the thermal paste replacement, at idle, it was at 39 degrees Celsius for the CPU and 42 degrees Celsius for the GPU. That's an immediate difference there from idle. So that means your machine overall, its lowest temperature is now lower than it was before. That means it won't run as hot. Now I ran the same game, does not hit above 72 degrees Celsius. And I have proof that shows it. And I ran the game long. I was like, damn, no slowdowns, and it never hit that hot. Now, and the other difference was, what I also noticed, when I quit the game and then I would go to exit the chart recording program, you would see that after the thermal paste, the temperatures would drop quicker than before the thermal paste was replaced. So that's another point of view. And every single computer that I've had to fix for overheating issues, I've ran the same test and they always showed the same thing. So now, is it a coincidence? Hell no. There is no way it's a coincidence. It's factual evidence there. The thermal paste that these industries are using is now gotten to the point where it cannot handle the demands we're putting upon it. And for those who keep saying that thermal paste isn't important, seriously, try running your computer without thermal paste. You can't. You can't. The second you push the power button, it's already overheating. And that's the point about the PS3. The moment the thermal paste dries out, that's when your PS3 is running excessively hot when it's not necessary. And for those who keep saying, oh, Modern Warfare 2 makes it run hotter. Yes and no. Yes, that it does make it run hot, but no, it doesn't directly kill it. The point is that if the thermal paste was used correctly, and Sony has been showing a lot of, I have a lot of photographs that are showing that Sony's manufacturing process has gotten even worse. They're not even covering the chip with paste. There is probably, I would say, about 60% of the chip is covered with paste, and the rest isn't. That's not good. And the point is that we are allowing Sony to get away with it. That's why I've been making all these videos. That's why I put down people who don't know what they're talking about. It's not for my gains. It's for everyone's gain. The point is, I don't agree with companies who, knowingly screw the customer and then, add insult to injury, they piss on your open wound by charging you $150 to have your machine repaired. It's not really repaired. They just replace it. So you lose all your game saves. You lose all this. And the point is, it's not acceptable. What we need to do is have a forced recall program instated. Now, HP did this with the DV9000 series laptops. After, about a year of me bitching, they eventually put it through. We can do the same for Sony. We need to start calling Sony and call on their bluff. Give them the middle finger. Tell them, look, we're done with this shit. We do not deserve this crap from a company. And you know what? Until that happens, Sony's going to keep on getting away with it. It's not right. I don't agree with it. People keep nagging me. Oh, can you fix the PS3 for me? I could, but I don't want to because it's Sony's responsibility. Not mine. Not yours. You know what? So we need to work together, YouTube. We need to get this problem solved. Enough with the bullshit fanboy battling it out, because you know what? Both the Xbox 360 and PS3 are having issues that are unacceptable. Thank you, YouTube, and have a good one.